here at the Austrian Pavilion at Expo 2020 in Dubai. Richard, great to have you. And what has been the highlight of the Austrian Pavilion so far?
Hi Stephanie, it's a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. Of course, normally the highlight for a pavilion of any country is the visit of the head of state or a minister, for example, during the nation day of a country. I think in our case, I would see it a bit different because we were promoting the pavilion beforehand already, and I had a visit of an anchor woman of Dubai TV, and she interviewed me at the pavilion. And when she came in, she's from Tunisia, she said, wow, it feels like home. And you know, the Austrian Pavilion is geared towards promoting Austria in a region that has a long and abundant history, including the types of buildings that you can find in North Africa and Central Asia, but also here in the Arab region. And for that, I would say the Austrian Pavilion is sort of meeting the expectations of the regional target group. And the feedback was very positive.
Expo 2020 Dubai has been a great opportunity for Austria to showcase what it has to offer the UAE in terms of business partnerships. How has this relationship evolved over the years, and which sectors do you see the two countries working together closely in the future?
The Austrian-UAE relations date back about 50 years, basically since the establishment of the Union in 1971. At that time we had visits of the Austrian Prime Minister, and he had a very good relationship with Sheikh Zayed. And during those years, and particularly since 45 years when our office, Advantage Austria, the commercial section at the Austrian Embassy, was established, we started to intensify our relationships. And since then, Austrian companies have participated in all major projects that have been built in this country, from Burj Khalifa to Burj Al Arab, the first ports, dredging of Dubai Creek, the first harbor in Abu Dhabi, the first bridge to Abu Dhabi. And in many of those projects, Austrian companies were involved, of course, including DOCA. We have, for that, published a book that's reflecting the 45 years of partnership between Austria and the UAE, and all the major projects are there. Our head of state is there, our prime minister is there, our minister of economy. They all have contributed, and it showcases this intensified relationship between our two countries. Of course, it all started with the construction sector. Nowadays, we are more talking about investing in the oil and gas sector, for example, or in the petrochemicals sector, or plastic products, services, very close cooperation when it comes to tourism, for example. We have as many visitors coming from the UAE to Austria as well as the other way around. So in terms of balance of payments, services, it's quite balanced because Austrians love to come to the UAE, and Emiratis and the visitors or expats that live in the UAE love to come to Austria. So this also intensifies our cooperation. And now for the future, since Austria is seeing the UAE as a very important investment hub, we have become second largest investor in this, or let me correct. Austria has, the UAE is Austria's second largest destiny for foreign direct investment after the US outside Europe. So it is the number 7 or 8 largest investment destination. So for us, the UAE is a very important hub to do business and use this country as a hub for the Middle East region.
Thank you, Richard, for this great insight. Richard, DOCA is one of the brands featured at the Austrian Pavilion. How has DOCA helped to support the brand reputation of Austria in the UAE?
DOCA is a major supporter of the activities of the Austrian Embassy and the Austrian commercial section at the embassy, or Advantage Austria as we are branded. We have on an annual basis organized Austrian National Days, as well as conferences called Austria Connect Gulf Conference. And we're very grateful to DOCA for having supported those activities of official Austria, being a sponsor to those events. And meanwhile, if we talk to, for example, Dubai Chamber, they say Austria Connect is a brand. And the brand was created with the help of Austrian companies and support, financial support of companies. And DOCA was, of course, of utmost importance. And I hope in the future they are going to continue supporting us.
Thank you. Of course, it's our pleasure to support.